Have you ever met a woman who seemed completely untouchable? She's confident, graceful, maybe even married from the outside. It looks like she has it all figured out, but the truth, most people didn't see what's really going on beneath surface. Because sometimes the women will seem the most taken are the ones who feel the most unseen, most unheard, most in touch on the level that actually matters. And that's where you come in. Notice a disruptor, not as someone trying to take what's not his, but as the kind off man who sees what others overlook. Booze, there's one thing you can say. Yan sentence that's more powerful. Thank compliments, charisma, or charm. A phraseth that speaks directly to her emotional hunger. One that bypasses her mind and gastry too. The place she's been protecting for years. And when you say it not to impress, not to manipulate, but with calm, grounded truth, something inside her shifts. She starts to feel some method that scares her and excites her, and just like that, you're in her thoughts. Even if she can't explain why, it's not about breaking rules, it's about breaking through emotional walls that no one else even sees. So if you've ever wondered how to leave a lasting pimp on a woman who seems available, untouchable, or emotional, like off, keep watching, because what you're about to learn isn't a line, it's a mirror. And when you hold it up there, she won't just look at you differently. She'll feel you, and she'll chase that feeling again and again, whether she's married or not. Welcome back to Stoic Paradox, where we exploreth quiet power of presence. The kind of presence that doesn't chase dozen convents and doesn't perform because it doesn't have to. I'm Amelia, and if this is your first time here, let me be very clear. This channel isn't about tricks, not about trying to win a woman over, it's about becoming the kind of man. Woe naturally draws her in because Afu, he is not what he does. And today's topic is one of the most powerful conversions we've had so far, because I am going to share something that Masma never realized, that sometimes a woman who seems completely out of reach, who's married the one who seems staken, the one who wears a ring but carries an invisible weight she's not looking for, someone to pursue her. She's craving someone whose eyes her, not the version she shows Toothworld, not the title, not the role. Bother beneath it all. And if you know how to show up with emotional clarity, with honesty, with grounded confidence, you can say just a few words that ignite something inside her without crossing any lines, without breaking any rules, because this isn't about betrayal, it's about truth, it's about resonance, it's about becoming the rare kind of man who reflects back the version of her thought she's forgotten she is. So in this video, you're going to learn what to say that makes her feel seen and safe, why it works on such a deep level, how to use it in a way that's ethical, powerful, and unforgettable. This is for the man who's stunned trying to impress and ready to start making an impact. If that's you, hit subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications and give this video a like, so more grounded men can find this massage. Now take a breath, get still, Beckers. What you're about to hear might just change the way you connect with one forever. Let's dive in. The phrase "you didn't have to pretend" with meth power of this phrase is in its simplicity. But don't mistake simplicity for weakness, because it's anything but boo. Don't have to pretend with me at first glance. It might sound like just another casual comment, but it goes far deeper than surface level words. Think about it for a moment. How many times do you hear people say, "I'm fine," when they or not? How often does someone hide behind a smile, a facade of confidence or title of wife, girlfriend, or partner to cover up what's really going on beneath the surface in today's world? To be perfect, to always have, and together, to never show weakness is sheer than ever. And most women, even Theons who seem the most confident, often carry a weight that no one sees. A weight that says, "I have to be everything" for Varion. A weight that says, "I can't show cracks in the armor or I'll be judged." But deep down, there's a part all, for sometimes a small quiet part, that yearns to let go, to drop the mask, to be seen for who she truly is, and to feel safe enough to admit, even if only for a moment, that she's not perfect. And that's where you come in by simply saying you didn't have to pretend with me, burritoing something most men never think about. You're offering emotional solidity. You're creating a space where Shetterson have to be the version of herself that everyone else demands. Shadows have to play the role of the strongest, strong, independent woman who can handle light all in that moment. She can't just bet a phrase that cuts through the noise. It's not about flattering her. It's not about giving her compliments or chasing her validation. It's about recognizing her humanity. It's about saying, I faux for who you are, not for the role you play. You can stop pretending with me. Now, why is this so powerful? First, it acknowledges the emotional exhaustion that many women feel but rarely admit that pressure to perfect, to be the ideal woman, wife, or partner. By offering her the chance to interrupt the mask, even if only for a second, you give her permission to be vulnerable, swimming. She might not even realize she graves second it sets you. Apart from their crowd, most men, especially those who are rechasing or trying to impress, constantly looking for ways to get her attention. But you're offering something far rarer, emotional Hans. You're letting her know the tour, not interested in her performance here, mask or her best foot forward. You're interested in the real her. And let's be honest, that's magnetic. When she hears this phrase, an emotional shift, she feels seen, heard, and understood in a way that most men never take the time to make her feel. She'll feel like for once, shadows have to be on guard in their salt. She'll remember you not for what you said, but for how you made her feel. The beauty of this phrase is that it tallows you to go beyond surface level attraction. You're not trying to impress her with flashy words or desperate teedoms for attention. You're connecting with soul, and that kind of connection is so resistible. But here's the real secret. Reason this phrase works so well, especially with a married woman or someone who seems emotionally navel, is that it doesn't force anything. It's not about pulling her away from her commitments or trying to create a drama. It's about showing up with emotional clarity, a clarity that says, I'm not here to chase you, I'm here to fur you something real. That's why when you say you don't have to pretend with me, it doesn't push her away, it brings her closer. It taps into something she's been craving, but hasn't been able to express why it works. So why does the phrase "you don't have to pretend with me" carry such immense power? Why it works? Why does it resonate so deeply, especially with women who seem emotionally guarded or even those war married? The answer lies in humanity, specifically the need for emotional authenticity and safety in our world. Today, so many people, especially women, are expected to wear a mask to perform a role. They have to be the perfect wife, the perfect mother, the perfect partner. But behind the scenes often feel disconnected from their true selves. They hide their real thoughts and emotions, worried they might be judged or misunderstood. They pretend for the sake of expectations, for fear of vulnerability. This is where the magic of this phrase happens. You're offering emotional permission. You're giving her opportunity to step out of her role in simply be herself without the pressure of performing by saying you didn't have to pretend with me. You're telling her that it's okay to be Roy. It's okay to let down the walls to show her real self flaws. And all this is delirium in a world where people often try to impress. You're offering accidents. You're telling her you don't need to be perfect around me, you don't fave to play the game, and that's an incredibly rare and attractive equality. But it's not just about offering her space to be vulnerable, it's also about the energy behind it. When you say this phrase, you're not just speaking words, you're showing through your tongue, body, language, and your presence at that. You're comfortable with your unemotional reality. You're secure enough in yourself to hold space for her. You didn't need her to be anything other. She is in that moment. Women, especially those in emotionally complicits, like marriage, often feel isolated in their experience. They long for someone who sees them as whole and not as the roles they play. This phrase offers just that. It tells her that she's enough right now as she is. How do you see it? So now that we have established with this phrase works, let's talk about how to use it effectively in your life without crossing boundaries. Of course, first and foremost, timing is everything in it. Just drop this phrase in the middle of a casual conversation. Wait. Fourth moment, when she seems to be carrying emotional weight, when you can tell she's shoulding something back. Maybe it's a quoted intimate moment where she's being more reflective or distant than usual. Perhaps she's been talking about her own struggles or frustrations, but there's a sense that she's not fully opening up. That's the moment. That's when you want to offer her the space to breathe. And when you do say it, be present. Don't rush in, sound rehearsed. Say it like yum. The power of this phrase lies in its sincerity. You're not trying to manipulate her. You're not trying to gather to fall for you. You're simply saying, I'm here for you. You don't have to be anything. You're not with me. You'll want to say it calmly with your voice low and steady. Let your body language reflect that you're truly at ease with yourself. Don't appear overly eager or anxious. Your stillness and grounded presence will communicate more than words can body. Language is a huge part of this when you say it. Letter C, Thatcher, not just offering words, you're offering emotional space. This means maintaining open, non-threatening body language, no crossed arms, no fidgeting, not distractions. Eye contact is key. Here too, look at her not in a way that feels sentence or confrontational, but in a way that's gentle, like you're trying to connect with her on a deeper level. Another way to use this phrase is in private tenement moments when the two of you sharing something personal or vulnerable plears. She opens up to you about a towel situation. She's going through whether it's something in her personal life, her marriage, or just her own emotional journey. It's in these moments that you can gently introduce the phrase, offering her a sense of peace and validation. You're letting her know Thatch can trust you without judgment, without performance, and trust is what most women in complex emotional space are craving, the most when she feels that trust it leads. 2 emotionalists. The golden rule. Don't push. One final word of advice. Don't push her that too. Using this phrase is to understand that you're creating space for her to step into. You're not trying to pull her in or convince her to open up. You're simply offering her thermodom to be vulnerable and honest. Let her come to you in her own time. Me Ebbit. When she does open up, she'll never forget it. The trust, the authenticity that you gave her to be her true self that creates an emotional bond stronger than any charm or manipulation ever cowed. If you found today's video it's helpful, purrful, and maybe even a little lightning, don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a chance to learn how to show up in your life with the kind off-grounded presence that attracts the right people and the right energy and to your world. You don't want to miss the other videos we have coming up that will help you deepen your emotional intelligence, attract the right people, and truly start creating the life you observe. But more than just subscribing, you'd want you to take action. This isn't about learning for the sake of learning. It's about transfer. It's about embodeniths, insights, integrating them into Toya life and seeing real results. Here's my challenge for you. Start to sing the phrase "you don't have to pretend" with me and watch how it changed his. Notice how it shifts the energy when you speak it, and pay attention to the emotional impact it has in the people around you when you offer that kind of emotional safety. The trust you create is irresistible. But remember, this isn't about manipulation. It's about showing up with an authentic presence that others can feel, and I'd love to hear your stories. Have you tried using this phrase? What was the impact? Drop your thoughts, experiences, or even questions in the comments below. I genuinely enjoy reading through your feedback, and I'm here to support you as you implement these powerful tools in your life. If you found this video valuable, give it a like because it tells the algorithm that you're ready for more content like this. It helps get these messages out. Tmeno are done chasing and are ready to become the kind of grounded, powerful presence that women can't help but be drawn, toned, If you're someone who feels like you're always being overlooked at, misered, or just caught up in thless chase, don't worry, you're not alone and you're not broken. The shift you need is already within you. All it takes is the courage to start showing up authentically. And every step you take towards that deeper, more present version of yourself, that's the real power. Remember, true attraction isn't about tricks or games. It's about presence. It's about chewing up in your life with honesty, with grounded confidence, and with emotional clarity that tells the world, I am enough and I don't need to. Prove yourself, and as always, stay grounded, stay real.